Small details you missed in Squid Game Season 3. Think you've seen every twist in Squid Game Season 3? Think again. Because buried beneath the blood and neon that you missed, the one secret that makes everything fall apart. That smudge, that's your clue. A silent signpost to the true mastermind behind the games. One the show never speaks out loud. Look again at the floors, the lights, even the coffins. They're all coded. They spell 33. That's not chance. That's the number of lives lived and lost, and the number you're never meant to count. By the end of this video, you'll know the secret they hid in plain sight. The hint dropped in episode 1 that blows the finale all the way open. Miss this, and you'll never truly get season 3. But see it, and everything changes. The hidden code. What you missed in Squid Game. 3. Jung Cha's hidden knife. Birth and betrayal. Smuggled blade symbol. Jung Cha, the mother, conceals a deadly hairpin, allowed by the guards for extra VIP entertainment. Dual-purpose weapon. She uses it first to cut the umbilical cord, bringing her baby into the world. Then, tragically, to kill him and herself when threatened. Symbolic duality. The knife represents creation and destruction, mirroring the show's central tension between hope and horror. The jump rope song, a haunting prophecy. Lyrics like "Little friend, turn around," "Touch the ground," and "Away you go" eerily foreshadow the fates of players during the jump rope game. The children's tune overlays on adult violence creates a chilling contrast, cute melody over scenes of falling bodies. Comic book Easter eggs, Thanos and Wonder Woman. Thanos' nails, Infinity Stone colored, appear in S2. His manic persona resurfaces through fan nods. In S3, characters joke about Wonder Woman's strength, highlighting how the poor know pop culture better than the VIPs do. The trolley problem. The mid-credits train signal and railroad-style setups imply a literal trolley problem game. Sacrifice one to save many. Gi-hun faces it head-on when pressured by the frontman to kill others to survive. His refusal, to protect life over money, is a defining moral choice. Magical girl imagery. In hide-and-seek, contestants get winged, jewel-topped keys, and pink-teal knives, echoing magical girl anime like Sailor Moon or Cardcaptor Sakura. These toys-turned weapons highlight juxtaposition of childhood innocence and deadly violence. The dinner table in circles versus triangles. The dinner scene sits around a circular table, mirroring sacred geometry and the final round's circular motif. Contrast, Season 1 featured a triangular table, linking to Squid Game's opening shapes: circle, triangle, square. Captain Park's apartment, fishing and conspiracy photos show him fishing with the frontman, hinting at their secret alliance from Season 2. Woo-Chak uncovers a mask and costume, proving Park intentionally misled investigators. Childlike maze turned horror zone. The hide-and-seek arena painted like a nursery, handprints, neon colors, transforms into a blood-stained crucible. Black coffins with pink ribbons. Each corpse is placed in a pink-ribboned black coffin. Bodies are harvested for organs. Wealthy VIPs profit literally from death. Symbolism. Death wrapped like a gift. Monetized human bodies as currency. Set 6 months later in LA, near Skid Row. Jun-Ho's daughter, Gi-hun's satchel, and a Dokji-playing recruiter, Kate Blanchett, set up the spin-off. A lottery ad in scene subtly echoes the earlier bread versus lottery ticket moment. Poster child for desperation turning into spectacle. Gi-hun versus frontman, messy humanism versus cold nihilism. Gi-hun survives by defying the system. Frontman believes survival justifies anything. Season 3 sheds subtlety for bluntness. Games now simple killing machines. Elite violence on display for spectacle. Capitalism, unmasked. The knife is life and death. The song is forewarning. The trolley problem tests conscience. The anime symbolism mocks innocence. The table, coffins, and LA epilogue deepen a chilling narrative of capitalist horror. Every detail, every toy, every shape, every melody resonates with layered metaphors. Squid Game. Season 3 isn't merely a violent continuation of a global phenomenon. It's an intricate psychological and philosophical maze, a layered, methodical exploration of morality under duress. The season challenges not only its characters, but also the viewers themselves, forcing them to grapple with devastating questions that echo far beyond the screen. Can you nurture and protect, only to kill that which you love in order to survive? Would you sacrifice countless strangers for one life that matters to you? What is the true value of a human life? When wealth, not empathy, dictates worth. These are not just rhetorical questions. They are embedded directly into the design of each episode, each game, each shot. Through visual metaphors, carefully constructed set pieces, cultural references, and brutal emotional reversals, the season acts as a scalpel slicing into the flesh of systemic injustice and economic despair. Consider the narrative arc of Jung Cha, who enters the game alongside her son, only to become his executioner. The moment she uses her concealed blade, first to cut her grandchild's umbilical cord, then to kill her own son, is not just shocking. It is ritualistic, emblematic of the show's central thesis. In a society where survival is monetized and compassion weaponized, even the most sacred bonds, motherhood, birth, blood, can be twisted into violence. The blade becomes more than a weapon. It is symbol and sentence, a tool of life and death, healing and murder, hope and hopelessness. The camera lingers on it, not for gore, but for meditation. You're not just watching her actions, you're asked to weigh them against what you might do in the same position. Every game this season functions like a cruel, embodied thought experiment. The most obvious is the jump rope game, built like a child's song, but structured like a death trap. A lyrical chant, "Turn around, little friend," becomes both a nursery rhyme and an omen of demise. But more profoundly, games like the hide-and-seek blade and key maze serve as simulations of power imbalance and choice architecture. Players are split arbitrarily, some to hold keys, others to hold knives. The maze resembles a toy room, drenched in pastels and nostalgic joy. But under ultraviolet light, its surfaces drip with blood. Those who hold weapons can kill. Those who hold keys must flee. Neither group chose their role. This reflects real-world systems. Your birth, your class, your country often determine your ability to escape suffering. Just like in the maze, people aren't born evil or good, killer or prey. They are positioned by forces larger than themselves. In perhaps the season's most brutal moral conflict, Gi-hun is given a choice by the frontman: kill the remaining contestants and secure survival for himself, the baby, and his friend. Refuse, and risk all three dying as the group turns on them. This is no hypothetical. It is the philosopher's trolley problem, dramatized in flesh and blood. It interrogates the ethics of survival. If you had to kill 6 to save your child, would you? If the system gives you power, but only at the cost of others' lives, are you responsible for what happens? What makes it sting is that this isn't theoretical. In a world of billionaires, debt traps, and privatized healthcare, these moral scenarios happen every day. We just don't film them. The show is also deeply aware of its global audience. Through references to Thanos, Wonder Woman, and magical girl anime, it critiques the commodification of heroism and how the poor cling to fiction while the rich become monsters. A character jokes that a mother thinks she's Wonder Woman, as if to mock her maternal strength. The guards' knives and keys mimic anime wands, deadly replicas of symbols that once meant protection, hope, and empowerment. The elite VIPs bungle Marvel and DC references, proving their disconnection from cultural life. These moments reflect a chilling truth. Even the language of heroism and dreams can be co-opted by systems of exploitation. The shapes used throughout the series, circle, square, triangle, are not random. They encode hierarchy, repetition, and inevitability. The circular dinner table signifies completion, a ring of fate that cannot be escaped. In contrast, Season 1's triangular table signified power imbalances and pointed ends. The pink ribbons on black coffins, a child's birthday gift or a morbid twist on capitalist presentation. Death made beautiful for the eyes of the elite. Each visual cue teaches you something about class, control, and how even design can be a prison. The final moments are the show's most haunting. A recruiter, disguised, charming, playing Dakji, appears in Los Angeles, just blocks away from Skid Row. This isn't just a nod to a new spin-off. It's an indictment. We watch as the cycle continues. The American dream sold in back alleys. Desperation dressed as opportunity. A black envelope with a pink ribbon once again. A lottery ad visible in the window behind the recruiter is a direct callback to Season 2, where unhoused individuals were asked to choose between bread or lottery tickets, survival or illusion. The meaning is clear. Whether in Korea or the US, Squid Game is not a place. It's a system, built on desperation, sustained by spectacle, and designed to eat the poor alive. What makes Squid Game Season 3 so devastating isn't just its gore or its twist endings. It's the way it transforms you, the viewer, into a participant. You ask yourself what you would do. You justify violence when it's survival. You root for killers because they have babies, backstories, or charisma. You forget, as the VIPs do, that the game is real, a reflection of the world we live in. Every knife, every tear, every rule is part of a much larger system of moral erosion and manufactured choice. In this system, death is content, and empathy is a liability. And perhaps the most horrifying realization, we're all already playing.